Hey guys, Zach Calhoun here. Hope you're having a great day. So, what is a VR agency and why is it the best business to start in 2023 and 2024? And do I need a VR headset? How do I get this going? And why is it a great bolt-on business to my current agency, or why is it a great business to start in a standalone? And also, how can you combine it or roll it into what you're already doing for your clients to make an extra amount of income, what I call is the 100K agency? How do I add extra 100K in my business this next year? Well, in this video, I'm going to define for you what I think is a VR agency. Okay, and VR, if you haven't checked the news recently, is essentially when folks put on goggles and experience something in a fully immersive environment. The issue with that, with every market, with every opportunity, is when something is new, not everybody has a VR headset. So when do you provide the services, or when do you actually start to roll this into your marketing services? Well, what you want to do is right before the wave, you need to learn this technology. So if you are, say, an SEO agency, or you're a digital media photographer, or you are a reputation management company, or if you provide lead generation or marketing for clients, there will be a point where they ask you, hey, do you guys also provide digital media? Do you provide photos? Can you do videos? Can you do branding for us? Oh, and we saw this really cool Apple Vision Pro headset, or we saw the MetaQuest headset, or we saw like VR is this thing now. How can you tap into that, and how do we add this into our current marketing Rolodex, right? Especially enterprise 100 and top, Fortune 50 and Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies have huge amounts of properties, locations, projects, and needs. They have big needs, big enterprise needs. So what is VR? What's a VR agency? Why does it matter? Okay, so in my mind, I'm always trying to help the entrepreneur that needs to break free from their job or what they're currently doing that's just sucking the life out of them, so that they can add enough income to sustain life and go out there and do the entrepreneurship dream, right? But we all know that you can't only apply one service to, say, one or a couple markets and consider yourself a robust enough business to maybe break free from what you're already doing now, whether it's your job or your current market. So you have to be able to have multiple skill sets. So the agency model, it's like the helm model. I'm at the helm and I help my clients achieve their goals, and I insert the right people, products, services, and softwares to help them achieve their goal. And what's really important to establish right up front is you want to let them decide, the customer, the clients, them decide what their goal is. I'm talking like very broad, basic stuff here. I'm not talking about like micro, like down to the cost per lead. I'm talking about like, what is their overall goal of their company? Like, what are the macro goals for the quarter, for the year, right? That's the level you need to kind of think at. And then when you know that macro goal, like, hey, that's your goal for the year, cool. Here's some ideas and some ways we can help you achieve that, right? For example, let's say hypothetically you engage a marketing contract with a country club, okay? The country club has golfers who pay golfing fees, which is the obvious country club service, but they also have parties and events, and maybe they host Thanksgiving and they host Christmas, and they have dinners and they host event nights and things they do at that facility that may be the big revenue driver for their business. When you interview and speak to a customer, you find out, oh, golf is just kind of a part of the business, but it's actually an event space. It's actually an events business. Okay, cool. So the golf draws them in, but it's the event venue that actually makes the big bucks every year. Well, cool. Now that I know that as a marketer, I can go to the world, go to the internet, go to YouTube, go to these places, and figure out, well, what's some ways I can help market this specific venue to fill the place up, right? Well, it's always simple things like, can we advertise, or can we put our thing in front of the people that are searching for it? Like, we have high intent, so like high on Google. Can I provide SEO type services? Or can I provide lead generation or lead capture type services? Or can I provide virtual tours of the entire golf course and country club so we can increase their bookings and increase their membership level? Or maybe I'm just helping their sales team by providing media content that they can use in the sales process. Maybe I'm providing consulting to help the sales process to fill up their event space, right? So when you create an agency, a VR agency, it's about adding VR into your agency, adding 360 services. So then I'm defining what an agency is. What is VR? What is virtual reality really? So if you know me, if you know CloudPano, the software we built, started 4 years ago, CloudPano is a 360 virtual tour software at its core. But we have the additional ability to engage or experience 360 virtual tours in VR. So VR, really all it is taking a space, a picture, it's a 360 image or a 360 video, and centralizing the viewer so you can put on the headset and look at it. We also do this in a browser, so you don't actually need a VR headset. This is very key and very important to the model. You don't need a VR headset to start a VR agency, and your customers don't either. They can engage in 360 and 3D experiences right in their browser by using CloudPano. Super big deal, because you don't need an Apple Vision Pro to take advantage of the Apple Vision Pro desires and needs. So as customers, as clients come to you and say, hey, I want to make a VR experience, etc. Cool, but you don't need a VR headset, by the way, just so you know. You can just use CloudPano and in the browser create a 360 virtual tour, and it's very simple to do. All you need to do is just capture some 3D photos, upload them to CloudPano, and you can white label your URL and deliver it to a client. So it's a very simple concept. And you can add that into a basket of services that you offer and make it a more robust and higher ticket service, because you offer 360 virtual tours, 2D media, video maybe, if you decide if you like to do video. I personally don't love it, but you can do video, and then also SEO services and recurring type services as well. So like optimizing someone's Google My Business page or adding them on the Street View as well. You can itemize these things out and create a larger project scope. Therefore, you can make more money per customer, right? So sometimes the simplest way to increase your customer or the amount of revenue you make is to increase your customer value. Just offer more things that they can pay for, and if they want them or desire them, well, they're probably going to jump on it. Often that's what we do at CloudPano is we give them the scope they've requested, and here's the other stuff that you can also add to it. What do you think about that? And they're like, cool, let's do that. So when we provide photography services, we kind of more of a national scale. So like we can be everywhere. We have photographers everywhere we can tap into. When we do that, we also offer really cool add-ons as well. So you can do that in the VR agency ecosystem. And you always want to be able to come back to your customers later and say, hey, I added on a new service, whether it's lead generation or SEO, etc. Do you want to test it out for 2 weeks? And what you can do is upfront say, hey, I want to give you this service for 2 weeks, 2 weeks free. Listen, I'm going to get these kind of results. Tell me the value of your leads. What's the value of one lead? Okay, cool. I'm going to get you more lead value than I cost per month at a recurring revenue or a recurring number. And then all you have to do is outsource to a trusted fulfillment person that you work with beforehand or while you're putting the scopes together, because there's a gap between when you sell the customer on the idea and when you present your proposal, so you can find your trusted agency partner in that moment or fulfillment partner in that moment, keep the margin of that deal you guys work out. Okay, so simple stuff. The goal is to break free, bro, or to also increase your recurring revenue that you generate. And you do this by offering a basket and bundle of services that meet the needs of the client. It's not always about what I think is cool, it's not what the customer thinks is cool and what they need, what the problems are. So that's what a VR agency is. I'm going to dig into that more on this channel. So if you're interested, subscribe below. We'd love to have you as a part of this community. Check it out. Watch some of the videos. Watch some of the short videos. But most of all, go check out CloudPano. Check out our community and join below. You don't want to see our free webinars, free trainings, and just get going. Add this stuff. It's easy to do. So you might as well jump on the trend now, because the Vision Pros are here. The VR world's here. It's coming bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to get even bigger over the next 5 years. So you might as well join now and be a front of the wave. I'll see you inside.